everybody, and welcome to the Wealthy Lala Show with myself, Laurie Laursen. This is episode 190, and it's being published on our broadcast on a Friday. So, what do you guys got planned for the weekend? Anything exciting? We're actually doing a delayed Easter dinner. So we get to have ham and turkey and all that kind of stuff on Saturday. I actually cooked the ham today. So I got that prepared because tomorrow I am going to be hanging out with my daughter and for the day. So I'm pre-recording the show so that I can spend the day with her. And yeah, she's due. She's 38 weeks now and with her first baby. So I wonder when that little one wants to come and show up and jump into this world and create some excitement and fun and snuggles and everything. So yeah. Anyways, I am just so incredibly grateful. I'm so incredibly grateful to be able to be a LaLa. Yeah, the other day when we had our two little grandsons over, the one who is 8.5 months old, it was kind of interesting. He was kind of a bit fussy and he was playing on the floor with my hubby. And I walked into the room, and as soon as he saw me, he started crying because he wanted me to pick him up. And he did it a couple times throughout the day. And I'm not making anything significant out of it. And I really did find that really sweet. Our older grandson, his brother, has been the type that his preference is mostly just male, like guys, but mostly because guys do truck and quad and side by side and things like that, and then they go outside more and play with tools. And his other grandpa has this box full of magnets, and so he has a box full of metal, like just nails and stuff like that, and then he has some magnets in it, and so he gets to go outside and play that at his other grandpa's house. And it's just really fun. That's what Parker, so he's the oldest grandson, that's what he just, like, he has a preference for guys, but yet at the same time, he doesn't really have a preference for anybody. He just likes to do what anybody who's doing something that he wants to do is doing. He wants to play. And he's had this innate crazy ability to just sort of go to anybody. Like, he'll just put his arms out and go, sit with someone. If there's someone sitting there and he wants to go sit with them, even whether he knows them or not, he'll go sit with them. And he'll bring people trucks and cars and stuff like that. So, you wonder how much, oh my gosh, they just perceive the energy of people and perceive the energy of their world. And then they just choose and play and create and choose and play and create, ask for what they want and ask for what they want and ask for what they want. Could you imagine if we did that? If we allowed ourselves to choose and play and create and choose and play and create and ask for what we want and ask for what we want and ask for what we want and ask for what we want. Because do you know how incredibly hard it is to say no to him? Oh my God. It's so crazy. Well, and I'm the one who actually lets him play with my cell phone. And so on my cell phone, I may have said this before, I have the YouTube app. And he loves going on the YouTube app because he loves the movie Cars. And we will open up the app and we'll search the Cars movie. And then what will happen is, other kids' shows and things like that show up. And then, and then he starts seeing things about colors. And then he starts seeing other videos about, like Spider-Man and Batman and stuff like that. And then he sees ones with tractors and trucks and loaders and graders, and he just absolutely loves it. So, and it's funny, I was just reading in the newspaper today that they actually recommend that kids from 2 to 4 don't play, anymore on a computer or say laptop or other things more than an hour in a day. And they actually did mention that it was more in this article, more about the fact that kids need exercise, getting them moving, keeping their bodies moving so that they can sleep at night. And, isn't that, that's probably true for all of us, we, can have a tendency to be fairly sedentary and not get off our cute little butts and dance all night away or afternoon away. Do you guys like that song? It's called Thunder by Imagine Dragons. It's like one of my favorite. I it makes me just want to dance. It does. There's something about it. I hadn't heard, well, I think I'd heard of the Imagine Dragons before I heard that song, or maybe that's how I heard about them. But oh gosh, do I ever like it. I'm gonna see if I can find that for you. Because I know that some of you know. I'm looking for what the heck? Oh, here it is. Okay, you guys ready? Oh. Just a young gun with the quick fuse. I was so tired, wanna let loose. I was dreaming of bigger dreams. Wanna leave my old life behind. Okay, so I don't know the words. Oh, the thunder, thunder, thunder. Okay. Oh, I still like that song. It makes me want to just totally dance right now. It's so cute because that's one of the other things that the grandson does, the older one. He's like, music, 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 when he wants you to play music, and then we play music. They are, what I am so incredibly grateful for with having grandchildren in my life is it's like giving me a second chance, or another chance, I should say, at being a kid, being playful, being adventurous, being curious, um, and letting things go. Watching how they let things go. I mean, not all the time, okay? Because if they have a tantrum because they really, really, really want something, they're not going to let it go. But they do get over things. And what an inspiration for us to let ourselves get over things. I know for myself to just, let it go, let it go, let it go. Just like the song Let It Go from Frozen. See, I bet you guys didn't know I was going to end up singing for you today. I know that is kind of scary. Although, if you do know a recording artist, you can earn a recording artist, or a company that would like to sign someone as fabulous as me, well, then you just send them my way. Okay, I won't hold my breath. Oh man. Did any of you guys watch Brene Brown's A Call to Courage that's on Netflix? I know I talked about it the other day. And so I wonder, did any of you actually watch it? Yeah, it is such a lovely show. Just, I love more and more. I used to hate it, but vulnerability. And I wonder if I could love even the other things she talks about. She talks about courage. She talks about shame. Do you think we could love those too? Just love them for the information that they gift us. Yeah. I know this show's kind of all over the place, because one of the things that I'm not sure if I talked about already, but whatever. Let's talk about it again. When I was listening to this audiobook on, I think it's called Take Control of Your Life with Mel Robbins. It is an audiobook on Audible. So Mel Robbins has done 2 audiobooks now. And basically what they're set up like is like coaching sessions. And so she does a little blurb at the beginning of the book, then she does a coaching session, then she sort of reviews the coaching session, brings up the highlights from it, and then she does another coaching session and then reviews it and brings up highlights and pointers and stuff like that. And in one of the last coaching sessions she did, it was a woman who was raised in an environment that there wasn't much certainty or stability in her world. And that old thing, I did talk about this, but it's just changed my life so much to think of this way, that, when we're told that, say, our parents, or, it could be a friend, could be a extended family member, could be a partner, what they really do love you, and they're doing the best they can. And I'm not gonna lie, that has messed me up, because usually what I did with that information is I would then go into a sense of guilt that I don't want to maybe see that person. I don't really want to talk to them. It's not fun to hang around them. When people say, oh, well, I'm going to be the bigger person. Well, sometimes it just doesn't feel good to do that. It's like setting yourself up to be beaten up again in a weird way. And what Mel talks about and expressed to this woman in that session is, she says, yes, they may have done the best they could. Yes, they may love you. But are they actually loving to you? And, since I heard that a week or two ago, I have really been looking at that in some of the relationships. Are they actually really loving to me? And man, it's hard to admit. But I got no. And it's funny because I think sometimes, even though that part is sad, disappointing, upsetting, even more is, it makes it harder for me to be the loving, kind, caring person to them. And that it's almost like that's what actually hurts, is not being able to express it. And not because I can't, but it's because I'm getting that they can't actually receive it. Like, some people just can't until they can. Whew. Yeah. And so as I was looking at this for myself and really just sitting with it, I just wonder, when we gift that kindness and caring and whatever other words you want to use, if we gift it to ourselves, because is there not still a place where our happiness and satisfaction or contentment is still contingent on another person? So if they can't receive my kindness and caring, I'm disappointed. If they aren't kind and caring to me, I'm disappointed. And that's still based on someone else's reaction. And what if we gifted that kindness and caring to ourselves? And then when I expand on it and look at the energetics around it, if I'm feeling disappointed about what I can't receive and what I can't gift to someone, I'm in the energies of disappointment, sadness, frustration, discouragement. So what am I actually attracting into my life? What am I actually, if the universe responds to who I'm being, and I'm being someone who's disappointed and sad and discouraged, then the quantum field is actually responding to that. And so I was like, I wonder if I took that and, whenever I feel disappointed about what I'm not receiving from someone, or I'm not able to gift to someone, I wonder if I turned around and then gifted it to me. And the other thing I thought of too was looking around my life and just going, I am going to look for what I am grateful for within me or around me. That's it. I just am. So, yeah. On that note, we're going to call it a day. Thanks so much for listening. It's kind of an interesting, introspective show. Gratitude for my beautiful grandbabies. The introspection of love, having someone love you, but are they actually loving? Really looking at it. Yeah. So find ways you can be grateful for yourself. I'm sure doing that. And I'm incredibly grateful for you. Thank you so much for listening. And if you want to reach out, thewealthylala@gmail.com. Big hugs to you. Thanks for listening, you guys, and have an amazing